Hi, we're here for Steph. If you want to come on in for some symbolic support, here is your Inkblot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Thank you for being my muse, Stephanie. Thank you for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment if you'd like to join me to release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I'll add on some tarot and oracle along the way as I move through your Inkblot. Okay, I feel I'm going to dive right in here as I'm going to do my best to keep this around the 20-minute mark. I feel very grounded. But I got a little bit of a growl. I'm not going to lie, Steph. I got a little bit of a growl. And I've got my eyes in this earthly growl. And it could be because it's winter time and it's cold. And there's introspective things that go on in the psychology of things differently. So I feel like seasonally it's very sensitive. Maybe you are seasonally sensitive. Or just trying to stay in a certain space, but the season's changing. I'm hearing the season's changing, and it comes down right in here to this heart smiley face, and it's oh, there it is. Might have even been some things that have caused some, I'm gonna say, some tears perhaps, and absolutely maybe some real tears, even if they're just energetic, emotional tears of, oh my goodness. I feel like it's all gonna, when I'm seeing somebody when they've been crying and then they start to smile because they're okay, now I'm feeling better. I feel it is seasonal depression almost, but it could just be the people around you in different seasons going through different seasons. So it's not only the earth seasons, but everyone else around you has their own seasons within the seasons within the seasons. I'm also seeing everything as an apple tree family. There could have been a loss more recently. There we go. Or that's what you've been utilizing to focus your season on. The winter time. Go within and spend time with family. Because the apple tree, not somebody enough. What's that saying? Fall far from the apple tree? Excuse me. Might be correct in releasing something out there. Sorry, that tends to happen, especially when there's energy moving through. It's a little bit of a growl. Financial health. Okay, so family and financial health is coming through. And there's that tree. Something about money. Clarity's coming through on the bottom. Don't worry that it's all reversed. They're all reversed. Maybe there's something going on. Somebody in the family needs money, or you're doing something that's making money. The season of making money. There's a season change. I'm feeling that's important and pertinent. It's almost like, how winter is, introspective, and spring is so blooming, and summer's busy, but it's also, people are so busy, there's no time. And then fall comes. So it's almost like picking seasons of something. I don't know, just spending time with family, it feels nice. Family and your money. Family and your money. We're here for Stephanie, if we can keep going. I'm seeing a creative fountain here at the bottom. And it's kind of like a collar. A creative collar. And you know how they say creatives can be some of, I don't want to say it carved in stone, because I'm probably butchering it to some extent. Sometimes creatives are some of the most depressed people because they're constantly in a movement of transmuting pain into pleasures, this, that, or the other. Or they're just very sensitive to the energies all around them. So there's this, moving and flushing, and it's kind of like those tears of joy and tears of sadness. How do you know which one it is? And it's the season of that. I don't know why it keeps coming up season. I feel like I've said said that word a whole lot. We're here for Steph. Coming back up to the top here. Sorry, and I want to keep an eye on the time. Otherwise, I yammer on. I'd like to know more about the family. Because even when I look at this financial health, like I want to insert the card there. Like I want to insert it in. It's kind of been like maybe money's been a whirlwind, this, that, or the other. But I'm almost like seeing it like a Peter Pan. Is it Peter Pan? I think it's Peter Pan. The Wheel of Fortune, as I'm talking about it. The Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Will it come through? I feel like there's something subconscious in and around, like, is what one's doing for money. I don't know what you do for, to make a living, this, that, or the other, and what you do creatively, if it's picking up, slowing down. Again, the seasons of something, season of saving. Like I'm seeing somehow the sun. Yeah, I'm seeing somehow on the bottom, even in regards to family, it might have to do with the sun. I don't know if you have a son. 9 of Candles in the presence. Okay. Something about pets as well. All right. But I'm going to stick in here. It's almost as if there's something in the subconscious that's communicating about, getting things turning and spinning. Is it about more? Is it about more financial health or family wealth? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like words are shifting on me now. Just like the wheel is turning. Is it family, financial, health, wealth, happy? And it's, yeah, I don't know. I personally, just sitting here, I don't know. But then the sun, it's like your spirit's in the center of all this. It is the growth running through the veins of the trees, is how I'm feeling that. The veins of the trees. I'm also seeing somebody pull a lever. And I'm also seeing, if I may, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. Yeah, there are, is it like snake eyes? Is that what that is? Like a snake eyes? And underneath the I think it's black ink, there's even red under there. Like maybe, it's kind of reminding me of like a rotten apple. And now suddenly I'm in the Adam and Eve story. Yeah, it's Adam and Eve and the serpent. And I feel like I'm looking at some sort of apple tree that may represent something or someone to you. And there's this serpent around. And the serpent gets a bad rep, so I'm not sure what its context is. If it's being protected or if it's being persuasive. Maybe it's part of like a subconscious, again, going to that tragedy comedy kind of thing. Is, am I viewing things from like last season? I don't know, something along that lines. Okay, so I have here legacy of light, come to life, and softly, softly, tender touch. Okay. There might be like a point in your mind or your subconscious, because I feel like a lot of this, for one reason or another, is psychology oriented, or your the mental mindscape, that or the other, like how there's, can you see it back there, like the black and whites, like playing checkers. What moves do I make? And painting something, but it's slowly coming into color. And softly, softly, the tender touch, applying softness somewhere. I don't know if you've been maybe it is family and finances. Something's just been weighing on you. But I feel like applying a softness to oneself, because there's other spirits here with you in your legacy, and with this orange and happy tears and crying. Like I want to place it right in there. Is also part of the elixir. I'm going to flip it to win it here. Might have been loss of like an elder female. His family's coming in again in a different way. This might be your spirit family. Also your spirit guide. I don't know if white feather means anything to you or something along that lines. And when I wander over here to softly, tender touch, it's through the voice. Including because then you're the one who hears it too. Okay, I'm moving on. All right. Oh, I feel like I'm in I hope I pronounce this word correctly or use it correctly. Atrium. I'm also seeing what I think is, it's more sacral oriented, whether it's in your sacral energy, your creative energy, sexual energy, all that kind of good stuff. It's like a meeting. I don't know if there's been a pressing away or a change in the drives and desires, what creatively or connectively drives me. I don't know. I will share it with you so you can determine on yourself. They're up there. I don't know if they're waving high or by. I'm back in this atrium. I feel like my feelings are in there in this atrium. I really hope I'm using that word correctly. Oh, how you doing? Okay, thank you. And I'm wandering down here a little bit. I feel as though I am seeing a part of me, or again, any channel, personal, professional, creative connection, that is becoming part of the background. It's like if you were seeing a character and the vines and the growth was starting to not overtake it, but I'm in it. I'm in it. What were these cards that came out? Balance. Unseen with it being down is self-love. And then on the bottom here, I had hunger. Self-love reminds me of that kindness when I was talking about softly, tender touch, kind words to the self, whether you're waving high or by to people, places, or things. I'm also seeing a mustache. Tropical fish. Rose petals, but the thorns are removed. So I'm actually seeing the thorns and a rose. They're not a rose. Thorns off to the side. Like I'm in a bush of protection. Maybe it's a rose bush of protection. Like if I was playing hide and seek and I chose to hide into a rose bush and I got in somehow unscathed, and I'm like, well, now how do I get out? I don't know. That's how it makes me feel. I'm also seeing a wreath, if that symbol means anything to you. And I gotta say, maybe that's that hunger I was seeing up there. Okay, we'll just leave it. That's fine. Okay, so A lot came out here. 3 came down. Down, 2, 1. Okay. So I'm up here. And if you can see with me, I'm not sure if I'm seeing, I say not sure because it flipped on me really, really quickly. If I'm seeing like one magician, sending things out to this, and it doesn't have to be a bound creature. This could be almost like an octopi of observation, right? Like it might always, because I was like playing hide and go seek, and I'm in this bush, so I'm observing so I can see if they can see me hiding as they are literally trying to seek me. Yes. Okay. So am I always in a state of observation? Again, it's all very psychology oriented for me. It feels like I have this magician here. But then it flipped on me really quickly, and I see this person and this person. And it's like there are their legs, and there are their heads, and they're like back to back, and they're tied to this umbilical cord. Now, whether this is 2 aspects of the mind, like frontal or pre-cortex, whatever, add in brain words, left, right brain, intellect, intuition, apply anything that you want there. And then they're tethered in at the heart, solar, somewhere in and around there. And then it comes back to this magician, like right in front of my eyes. And you might be creating this, because now this is going to change on me. Yes, you are. And now I see this as like a whole, almost like a map of history. History in the making type thing. Okay, up here I have realization and boundaries. And the boundaries will it come through? See how in the boundary card, there's like a bubble around her? It kind of makes me feel like that atrium. And I have all these thoughts. And I'm like, these peaceful thoughts. But some sort of realization is coming through. And it's reconfirmed with, I can't balance. But the point being on the artistry, like there's smog over her face. A realization is coming through. Self-love, it's almost like saying it. What's unseen under here, what's coming through maybe in the subconscious realm, is beauty, attraction, and change. Wow. So beauty, attraction, and change. This makes me feel like in this beauty, like when I was talking about seeing the roses, but the thorns are separate. And like seeing these flower petals off to the side. And then I like embody them. Supermoon is attraction. What is it that it's, I don't know, Steph. It's like you're going to say something to yourself or come to some sort of realization while maybe you're in hermit mode of this boundary of this waxing gibbous 3, 12. 12 could be symbolic to you. Maybe it's been a year. Also, the number 44 is standing out. Okay, so what I want to do here is the beauty of like right in here. I want to slide them in right there. And then see how, if I can get the lighting, it ties right in. It's almost like suddenly I am the apple tree looking for apples. Okay, I don't know. So there's a change coming about. Thunder moon. And the same thing with these, and I'll admit though, like these petals, but I'm in the ones that were, could have been rotten, or they were the ones that were hidden because the apples, the red was behind the black. And that's where that all happens. This change. And see how she's like pressing away? There could just be change. Maybe to spend more time with family and follow what brings in financial health, family wealth, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure. Keeping an eye on the time. Okay. I'm getting ready to close out here for Steph. Thank you so much for being my muse. Like, share, subscribe. Of course, links are below to request another personal if you want to extend it to up to 45 minutes, all that kind of good stuff. Head over to the Buy Me a Coffee. Otherwise, we're keeping this in the 20-ish minute mark. I'm also seeing the opera singer from The Fifth Element. And she's got like weird tubey things or something like that. Like sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. I know sometimes I say things. But it even comes down to this other thing. Like you have a lot of things on the go. Okay. Thank you. Chance. Take your chances. Take your chances. Luck is on your side. Aughem nature. Okay. So as we're getting ready to close out here for Stephanie. Different Stephanie than me, Stephanie. But still Steph. But I don't want to release your last name. So I want to insert this card here. We've been talking about trees this whole time in some way, shape, or form, and amongst the bushes. And maybe there just is repairing of veil, if you may, or repairing of connections, marking things, time, if somebody has passed more recently, and like seeing the notches of somebody grow up, and those notches are now done. But there is something about this whole tree symbology. So I really do hope that means something to you. I also have augur and mastery along with spells and alchemy. The power of your passion to be, it's like seeing the rose, like a traditional rose, and its meaning like love, deep love and passion. But the rose is so, the petal is so soft to touch, and it graces a room simply by being there. It's not dancing around. It's not doing anything other than being a rose, a flower. You can insert anything, but I was just feeling this passion and this fire of the alchemy of what is it that I wish to what is it that I desire? What is it that I desire? That's really what I want to say. And that gives me the magician feel. And maybe this is in the whole mind, mantras, words, keywords, this, that, or the other, right? What is it that I truly desire? And then even when it switches from the 1 to the 2 and sliding that in, because everything's here with the spells and alchemy. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, and the gentleness of lavender. Relax. Relax. There's something about relaxing. And then the mastery. Also that magician totally coming through. Working with the different elements. Maybe elemental magic has been a focus. And maybe that's why, if I may, the seasons have been coming through so much. And I want to put mastery and attraction together. That's what I want to do. Okay. So I'll leave that. But maybe that's what it's about, is this mastery over the seasons of myself, the seasons of my psychology, and everyone else around me, the things I want, the people, places, or things. But there is change. The Wheel of Fortune, there is change, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's almost like if someone said, like, I just wouldn't have thought that's what I wanted or what I did, but I did it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I did it. I don't know, Steph. Okay. Thank you so much for being my muse. And until next time, high fives. High fives. Okay. Bye.